Years ago, we were at a church where our pastor put up the ballot and he posted how everybody should vote on every single thing on the ballot. And whether we disagreed or agreed with his politics, the fact that he even did this was quite astounding. There's many people who have differences of opinion. But what has really gotten me over the years is how people often teach that we are to subvert authority because we disagree with people in charge. And in fact, the Bible actually speaks to this in Romans chapter 13. It's starting in verse 1. It says, "Let every person be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God. And those authorities exist have been instituted by God. Therefore, whoever resists authority resists what God has appointed, and those who resist will incur judgment." We may not agree with them. God may not like what they're doing. But the reality is God has given them authority. And God's will is for a certain plan, a certain purpose. When we consider the entirety of Scripture, we see how God uses people at times and places. And sometimes they're for what seems like good for the people, and sometimes not so good. But it's always because God has a plan. We are to respect our authorities. We are to be such a light, and you see this throughout the New Testament, such a light that we point people to Christ in everything. This does not mean go out and riot and rebel and do everything to avoid following the authorities. We must know what God has ordained, and we must point to Him in all we do. That's as simple as it gets, and I hope you consider this.